Hello, I'm Jeremy, and welcome to another episode of Jeremy U's Reviews, where mistreated movies get a second chance. Today, we're talking about a film that combines two of my favorite subgenres, Christmas movies and earnest movies. This is Ernest Saves Christmas. I love the Ernest movies. They're bizarre, silly, and fun. They have enjoyable characters, cheesy humor, good plots, and of course, Ernest P. Worrell, played by the late Jim Varney. Ernest first got his start in a series of commercials where he would tell his neighbor Vern, who was the audience's POV, about a product he likes. These ads worked because they felt personal. Whenever you watched them, it didn't feel like some hack company was trying to sell you a product you didn't need. It felt like a friend was recommending a quality product to you. Ernest eventually got so popular that he got a short-lived TV series called Hey Vern, It's Ernest, and of course, a series of films. And while there were a ton of great Ernest films like Ernest Scared Stupid and Ernest Goes to Jail, today I'll be talking about my favorite Ernest film, Ernest Saves Christmas.
With boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay.
Santa Claus is taking a flight to Orlando in order to find a successor, a children's entertainer named Joseph Carruthers. After he talks to a random business guy, Santa gets to the Children's Museum, where Joe works, with the help of Ernest P. Worrell, who in this movie is a cab driver. The pair soon runs into Harmony Starr, a rebellious teenage runaway who reluctantly joins them. Once at the Children's Museum, Santa tries to discuss the deal with Joe, but Joe's manager wants nothing to do with Santa and is trying to push him away. Eventually, Santa Claus ends up in jail, and after breaking him out, Ernest and Harmony join Santa in helping Joe become the new Santa. What separates Ernest Saves Christmas from all the other Ernest movies is that Ernest is not actually the main character. The film is really more about Santa, with Ernest as more of a side character. It's not an Ernest film about Christmas, it's a Christmas film with Ernest in it. This gives Ernest Saves Christmas a different feel than the other Ernest films, which really helps make the film feel unique. Also, the characters are fantastic. This movie's version of Santa is awesome. He's extremely kind, sweet, and nice. Douglas Seal does a fantastic job capturing the attributes of a good Santa character, and I like how he connects to Ernest and Harmony. Him and Ernest bond over their kindness and knowledge of Joe Carruthers, and he helps Harmony realize how she's acting rebellious because of her anger about not getting what she wanted for Christmas. He even gets all the prisoners in jail to sing Christmas songs. A fantastic choice for a main character. Next up is Ernest. Ernest P. Worrell is a fantastic character. He's a simple-minded doofus, but he means well and always tries to help. He also has an exaggerated silly attitude, which is part of his charm. Moving on to Harmony Starr. Harmony is one of those characters who, handled wrong, could have been annoying and abrasive. She is not. While she is a little bratty, Harmony is still a likable character. You can tell that deep down she's a kind character, and she also has a lot of really good lines. Nicely done. Moving on to Joe Carruthers. Joe is a really good character. One common trope when it comes to children's entertainment and fictional media is that children's hosts are usually either scumbags who couldn't care less about the children they were entertaining, or they're straight up evil. Krusty the Clown is an obvious example, but there's also Rainbow Randy from Death to Smoochie, Mother Maggie in the Family Guy episode Road to Europe, and virtually every character in Meet the Feebles. And while I don't really hate this trope, it's nice to see a fictional children's host who's a nice person and genuinely cares about entertaining children. This not only makes Joe unique and likable, but also makes him all the more qualified to be Santa Claus. A very decent, well-executed, and kind character. Nicely done. Moving on to Joe's manager, Marty Brock. Marty is basically every evil manager stereotype rolled into one. He's rude, unsympathetic, sees his client as nothing more than a money machine, and has very little morality. He's a perfect contrast to the kind and nice Santa Claus and a good antagonist in general. He's hateable without being too hateable. Finally, there's Chuck and Bob. These guys appear all over the Ernest movies, and they're pretty much always hilarious. In Saves Christmas, they're storage agents who have to deal with Santa's flying reindeer. Both characters are very funny, work well together, and the subplot is pretty entertaining. Moving on to the humor. If you've seen any Ernest movie, the humor in this movie is nothing new. The comedy in Ernest Saves Christmas is similar to a lot of other Ernest movies. It has a lot of sharp writing, goofy lines, and of course, Ernest being Ernest. It's perfectly fine for Ernest fans, and for people who've never seen Ernest, it's balanced enough to adjust them to the oddball world that is the Ernest franchise. Finally, there's how this film functions as a Christmas movie. Ernest Saves Christmas is absolutely perfect as a Christmas movie. Not only does it focus on Santa, but it's also incredibly wholesome, fun, and has a Christmassy spirit. Very well done. In conclusion, Ernest Saves Christmas is a fantastic movie. Is it perfect? No. But it's incredibly fun, filled with charm, and is great for both Ernest fans and Christmas movie fans. If you're into either, check out this movie. And who knows, maybe it'll get you to check out the other Ernest movies too. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Adios.